So here we are on the bus at 6:30 a.m. and I'm talking with Sean Ahmed.
Hey.
So how did you prepare for this morning?
Two things: making sure I'm awake,
okay.
and my gear is fully charged.
Okay. So that's the most important thing.
Yeah, because either I will fall asleep or this will fall asleep.
Okay, that's great.
Good. I'm ready. I have my Red Bull.
Okay, so
and then we're
caffeine.
ready to go. Caffeine.
Okay. So
and I have my DC Central Kitchen shirt.
Okay, great.
So
All
I'm set.
Great. Thanks.
Well, Beth Cantor, who's this lovely person on the other side of this flip camera, is storytelling what Sean and myself are doing today.
I'm trying to capture your practice.
Right. For me, it's linear. Okay. I like to tell stories in a linear, meaning I don't really think about it. I just try to capture everything as it happens. It also makes it easier to edit.
So you actually listen for things that are interesting. You won't capture them in the moment, but you'll go back and ask them to describe it briefly for the soundbite, right?
What I look for is a soundbite that explains the timeline.
Not become the story, and if I'm sticking a camera right in front of people's faces right away, then I might be distracting from the vibe that would be happening. So I want to be kind of like a fly on the wall and capture the mood and the spirit of what's going on. And that's kind of what I want to do.
And so it's sort of intuitive. You say, "Wow, I got to get this."
Yes.
Okay.
But like for example, when she was talking to the volunteers, she made some really great points about how you don't want to send the equipment over to overseas. And I wish I could have got that on camera, but I didn't want to interrupt her saying, "Oh, could you repeat that on camera?" I'm going to try and grab her again later, so as not to disrupt the vibe or anything.
Great. What is this, Mark?
This is actually the coolest little tool that I've ever found in television media production, because see, I just extend it out, I hit record.
Yeah, all right.
Come here a little closer.
Okay.
And here we are.
All right.
The three of us. Almost. Hey, we did it. We did it.
Pretty awesome. Capture everything and then figure out. A lot of it hits the cutting room floor because a lot of people tend to also ramble, and you know, some of it's gold. Some of what they say is amazing. Like one of the things he said was like, we're just normal people, but we just are homeless. But you know, he said that within a 5-minute speech that about where he was throwing in a lot of anecdotes.
I call it reality twittering. Some people call it life casting. Pretty much, I go linear and try to bring people vicariously with me. You know, they're at their computers or their laptops or on their iPhones, and they're, you know, joining me throughout the day. In television, we call it the lean-in effect, where it's like, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? So I give little bites to try to get people excited or encouraged or at least interested in what's going to happen next. So they're like, what's the next tweet, or how do we get involved, or I got to be part of that. I brought the flip camera here. There's a couple reasons I use the flip. Is one, it's easy. Two, I try to dumb down technology a little bit, so I never want anybody to say, "Oh, I can't afford that. I can't do that because I can't buy that camera."
For me, it's about finding interesting people and letting them tell their own stories. Again, I was mentioning Eric Sheptalk earlier, and that seems to connect to what they were doing with the e-cycle. And here I just met Robert Egger, so I want to follow up with him and see what interesting stories unfold from that.
And so what you do is you look for the interesting person,
yeah,
and then you capture a lot of footage,
yeah,
and then so you do editing.
Yeah, well, that's part of the downside. Like, you know, Mark, he will get his footage out right away. For me, I have to sit through all this footage, wade through and get the nuggets, and that takes time.
So, you know, again, it's an engaging process. It's stuff that needs to be thrown away. I mean, that's the whole bag, man. Everything
we want to get this up on the internet as quickly as possible. So I shoot InvisiblePeople.tv style, which is just, you know, short, less than 5 minutes, soundbite type stuff. If I was going to take the time and do more, I would do much more B-roll. I mean, you know, that testimony right there, the story of...
But now, everything is different now. Robert gave me the opportunity.
This event ends after today. So you shoot. It's better to have too much than not enough.
When things get repetitive, basically. Like if you're taking the same shot over and over again, or you're interviewing people and they're just saying the same thing over and over again, that's pretty much when you know you've reached diminishing returns. It's okay to do a bit like filming a bit of redundancy, because sometimes you might screw it up the first time, but you get a sense if you're just filming for filming's sake or filming to potentially tell a story.